Welcome back to another episode of Aspect Science in Focus, where I take some bits of science news and maybe some science stories, take a bit of a closer look at them. So first up, I'm taking a look at how ghost peppers are saving US grasslands. So you might have seen ghost peppers in a few videos before. They're ranked in the top 10 hottest peppers in the world, and they're now being used in conservation efforts across the US. Now you might not know this, but grasslands or prairies are some of the most ecologically rich landscapes on Earth, but only around 5% of the original United States grassland remains. Now conservation efforts are underway, but they've been running into a bit of a problem. As soon as they plant seeds that are meant to be bringing back native flora, mice are going to town and chowing down on them. They're eating them all. Now, after 4 years of lab and field experiments, researchers have figured out a solution: dusting the seeds with a powder that's made from ghost peppers, which have been shown to reduce the amount of seeds being eaten by deer mice by 86%. It's a great use of a non-toxic and natural plant defense compound, and it meets a bunch of criteria like not weathering away easily and not preventing the seeds from actually developing into plants. Now, as somebody that can't really handle too much spice myself, it's really great to see spice being used somewhere that isn't in my food. Do you agree? And what are your thoughts on these sorts of conservation efforts? I'd love to hear whatever your thoughts are down below. So next up, I wanted to take a look at giant painted touchscreen walls. So researchers at Carnegie Mellon and Disney Research have collaborated to design a conductive paint that can make wall surfaces into giant interactive touchscreens and electromagnetic sensors. The researchers use special conductive paint which contain nickel, and when applied in a grid, it creates electrodes on the wall. They then painted over the electrodes with normal paint, which left the walls looking and feeling completely normal. The walls could potentially act as an interface which could control home appliances. It could be cheaper, more efficient, and less obtrusive than current smart home setups. And potentially the walls could target the preferences and the specific needs of different individual people, potentially identified by things like their smartwatches. The article suggests that it could turn on the lights just the way you like, or it could play a specific person's favorite music, or even notify family if an elderly family member has taken a fall somewhere in the house. And they took these thoughts even further in the article by suggesting that the systems could nudge people towards going to sleep by doing things like dimming the lights, or by telling appliances to release relaxing scents into a room. And then smart mattresses could monitor your sleeping patterns, and then the system could change the environment to make you more comfortable. Now, I'm not really sure that I like the idea of a future where our homes do absolutely everything for us without us having to think about a thing. But this giant interface integrated into walls does sound pretty cool, and I can think of different ways that it could be really useful in different industries, other than just being something you find inside of homes, which is what this article has focused on. But what do you think about it? I'd really love to hear your thoughts on this story and this technology. For instance, what areas or industries do you think that this could become a really useful technology in? Whatever your thoughts are, feel free to leave a comment down below. So that's it for the stories of this episode, and as always I'll leave links to all of the articles and the stories down in the description, which leads me to my suggestion of the week. And this week it's a video from Verge Science called "This Monster Plant is Trying to Take Over, What If We Let It?" It takes a look at how people look at invasive species and hybrid species in light of different conservation efforts. It's a really interesting watch as always from Verge Science, so go and take a watch and then come back and let me know what you think of it. So thanks for watching this episode of Aspect Science in Focus. Please feel free to leave a like because it really helps me out a lot, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So until next time, you keep discovering the world around you, and I'll see you then.